It's the motherfucking player haters. Oh, yeah.
Player haters.
Well, hello there, everybody. Hope you, hey, what's up, Ray Ray? Hope you all had a good week 4. I can tell you that 50% of us did and 50% of us did not. So let's get in. Well, actually, let me change that because one of our groupings tied. So what is that, 60-40? 60-40? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, moving on. Week 4, here it is, came and went. I think right now is when I'll just go ahead and display. There you go. What's funny is it's like I'm recording this and I haven't put the image up yet. So when I go back later and put the image up, it's going to be very funny. Anyways, fuck you, Walker. That's all I'm going to say. You streaming, son of a bitch. And, you know, like you and Shane, go get a room. I mean, it's awesome that you two are like, oh, well, you'll stream a batter. It's completely different, in my opinion. Stream a batter hoping that that person is staying hot. For the team that drafts more pitchers on draft day than anybody else, to sit there and say that they're not picking up pitchers simply to win the categories and then drop them the next day and base it off of an injury that happened a week and a half ago. Okay, whatever. I pick up batters because I'm hoping that they're going to be something all season long. This dude's just picking them up for the week, for the day. But it's the same. You're right. It's the same. It's the same. You too. It's so sweet. I think in this case, Shane was just looking out for his buddy. I mean, for his friend Walker, because Shane's team's kind of shitty right now. Oh, I'm just fucking with you, Shane. And that's kind of what this podcast is about today. Because one of the things I wrote down is, can you rebound? Shane, Ray, who else is down there with you guys? Show me your tatis, swinging and missing. Really, it's 3 teams because these 3 teams are, well, 4 teams. Eric, Ashton, Ray, and Shane. You are the 4 teams that are below 500 after week 4. So, wanted to talk about it. Can you rebound? Let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. But before I get into that, let's give a little shout out to our newbie taking over taking over a roster, coming in and getting that first win. So proud of you, Ashton. Good job. Now, I don't know if Ashton's going to be allowed to watch this or whatever, because it is not for children. But, Ashton, I have it on good authority that you need to abstain from trading your father, because he does a lot of this to make you believe in fairies and unicorns, that they exist. Okay, and he'll sell you a fucking bag of ketchup, okay, opened, like off of the side of the road, and he'll be like, this belongs on your hot dog. That was the worst thing that was terrible. Anyways, don't trust your dad, okay? Just want to say this, all right? He's going to be like, man, this guy right here last year, 17 years ago, his dad's cousin's brother-in-law's sister's niece invented electricity. This is why you want him, because he's electric. That one was a little bit better. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. He just sells you a bag of trash. Okay? Just saying. Anyways, moving on. Shane, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Can you rebound? Is this your week? Are you doing something? First of all, I still go back. I was a little shocked that you traded away Pete Alonso. I feel like, and this is just me, that there's, this is kind of my best year, I guess, of being a little less like jumping the gun, dropping people, because I got pitchers out there. I got pitchers out there that I want to drop so bad, that I've wanted to drop, that I've seen other pitchers that I wanted to pick up get picked up, and I wish that I had dropped the pitchers that I have, but I haven't. Having said that, Ivan Herrera, I believe, is going to start heating up. Um, he was too talented and is too talented. But the problem is he's on a not really talented team. Although the Cardinals in that NL Central, they actually look pretty good, right? Am I right in saying that? Let me look at that real quick. I thought I've seen like every single one of them like have a really good. Oh shoot. Um, hey, hold on. We'll be right back. Sorry about that. Welcome back in. Anyways, what we were talking about, Ivan Herrera, I think's gonna turn it around, but he's, oh, I know what I was talking about. I was looking up to see if the St. Louis Cardinals are even in the division that I said. Yeah, look at that. NL Central. So they're not doing too bad. So yeah. I don't know about your second base, Otto Lopez. Okay. Alex Bregman, he probably should have never went to Chicago, bro. Carlos Correa, milk that cow for whatever it's worth. This is where it kind of gets very interesting to me about your lineup, is your outfield. Roman Anthony may be something. This Jeremiah Jackson, is he just on like a little bit of a hot streak? Lawrence Butler is not doing very well. And then you got Corbin Carroll, which, he had a strong start to the season, but he seems to be almost like a new injury risk. And then you got Shohei Ohtani. I don't know, man. I don't know. Your pitchers are fairly decent. Ryan Nelson, hit or miss. Zach Gallen, what's left in the tank? Tanner Bybee, what's he going to be week to week? Mike Soroka, what really is there? Braxton Ashcraft, pretty good. Max Fried, really good. George Kirby has the potential to be really good, is really good. Brandon Woodruff, same thing. So strong pitching, maybe not so strong on the batting. But we'll see. Can he turn it around? Sure. Trade or two. Maybe change, your stars with some of the people. I don't know. And you can hold a podcast for me when I'm down at the bottom in a few weeks. So thank you. Now it vibrates. That's what she said. Where is the league? Where are we at? I do not need to see my team. I need to see the league. I spoke a little bit last time about Ray's team. Ray also needs to pay attention to her team. Because when you pick up a starting pitcher that only has RP eligibility, well, you don't need to leave him in your relief pitcher spot, especially when you have one of the best relief pitchers in the league. I say this because Eric would have woke up this morning with oh shucks, that close. But nope, it was a tie is a tie is a tie or some shit, whatever. Raisel Iglesias comes in the bottom of the ninth against Phillies. We got a little sketchy, but all she needed to do was tie him in that category. She benched Raisel Iglesias. And so she didn't get shit. So there you go. Oh, look at that. A trade went down. Apparently, Ashton didn't listen to me. J.P. Crawford and Mason Miller for Xavier Edwards and Abner Uribe. And apparently, I've been under the impression, and Shane, I'm probably going to need you to screenshot this or whatever, that the number was 3, and now I'm hearing that it's 5. Nick, I apologize because I'm pretty sure all of our trades were within 3, not 5. I feel like 5 is a little stretch. I could be wrong, but if anything, I was going under the impression that it was 3 that we had to try to reach. So, trade went down, it got approved. No shock. Sure, somebody that's probably who's texting me or whatever. But whatever. Whatever. Collusion? I don't know. You tell me. Is it going to happen again? I don't know. You tell me. Clean the room. If you don't, trade me Mason Miller. Who knows? Anyways, let's talk about last week. Let's get into it a little bit. Rayford Peaches swinging and missing. We just gave a little bit about that matchup. Let's dive into it a little bit more. Ray put the wood on Mr. Swinging and Missing. 47 runs, 14 home runs. She had a great week. And I said last week, I felt like her team had a lot of potential. She's got some big names on there. This Yordan Alvarez is worth the price of admission. When Ketel Marte is healthy, watch out. Eugenio Suarez, how you doing? So again, top to bottom, as long as she has healthy people in Yordan and Byron Buxton, Corey Seager, Ketel Marte. Those are risky, but when they're healthy, they do shit like this. Eric had really no answer. Good week from Junior Caminero. Fuck my life. And Kyle Tucker. So there you go. Pitching side, she is in trouble. I don't know if I mentioned earlier that Shane might have some pretty good pitching. Ray might have to trade. I don't know. You tell me. Anyways, Ray could have, again, won this matchup, but she didn't. She understands she's hurting a little bit in the pitching department. And she's made subtle changes, a few more, and she might have it. But the waiver wire looks like dog shit. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. But getting rid of guys like Zach Littell, probably a good idea. And I think she dropped somebody else a couple of weeks ago that was just hogwash. So there you go. Let's get into the other matchup. Again, congratulations to Ashton taking now Mandalorians. Show me your Tatis versus Mandalorians. This was a balanced matchup. Not a lot of power coming from Ashton's team. Mandalorians got 10 home runs. But for the most part, this was still a pretty close matchup in terms of the batting stuff. 32, 25, and 4 stolen bases between the two, 22 and 32 in the RBIs. Ashton had a better average. And pitching, not the numbers either team wants. 4 dot and a 6 dot. But they were able to swipe some categories and make this a win for Ashton. So his first one's in the books. Takes down Scott, who's a ranked team. So good job. Good job, sir. Good job. Congratulations on that first win. I wish we had something tangible for you to actually commemorate this win, but we don't. So there you go. Shorty got low. Beat Brian. This one was Brian just did not have a really good hitting week for the most part. Then again, you look at it and he did. Like, he just didn't have a very good average in OBP, but these were some close numbers. And holy monkey tits, 13 stolen bases for Shorty got low. 5 for Jose Ramirez. That dude is just stupid. Gunnar Henderson, Wyatt Langford gave him some. This guy, ugh, Nick. Damn it. We always got to watch out for Nick. Nick is the guy. Nick's the stud. Stud muffin. What you doing with that Michael Harris there? You want to trade him? Do you want to trade him? Want to trade him? Nick, shouting at you. I need an outfielder. Wait, I don't want 3 Braves on my roster. What am I talking about? Never mind. Never mind. Pretty good pitching staff over there. Fairly decent numbers for these two. 3 dots. High 3 dot for old Nick, but 9 wins. Woo! Holy shit. I don't even think Eric or Walker got but 1. He probably got that from a relief pitcher or from one that he picked off the waiver wire. Who knows? Who the hell knows? We'll find out in a minute. Sure. We'll look at that bullshit. Anyways, moving on up. Bench warmers versus tortured baseball department. 7-5 in favor of old Josh. Big old power this week from Josh. 11 home runs. Nice 33 RBIs. Solid 250 batting average. Jason just didn't have anything. Nothing but. Wait, how do you have. Oh, I'm sorry. Jason, you're the one that put up them big batting numbers. I was like, how do you have 4 home runs from Ben Rice, but yet you only have 3 home runs? No, I'm sorry, Josh, you didn't have any bat. Jason got the bats. 7 stolen bases is all that Josh could pull away from. However, in the pitching, not the numbers that Jason wanted. And I believe it's because he started off the week with an elephant's ass high or giraffe's ass high ERA from Garrett Crochet. And yeah, there was just nothing you could really do to bring that down, my boy. But in the end, 7-5, Josh getting that stolen bases and taking pretty much every pitching category. Yep. All across the board, except the complete game. Hadn't had a wild card this last week, I don't believe. Not that I'm seeing. Jesus took down Shane. We talked about it, Shane. You're down there at the bottom, but, started from the bottom. Where are you going to end up? I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. These were pretty close in the batting category, so Shane can't really hang his head too low. I mean, he won the runs. He didn't win the home run battle by 1. They tied in the RBIs. And the batting average and OBP were pretty close. Granted, Jesus lost the batting average and OBP. Pitching, just not. I mean, I'm about to be in the same boat. Jesus has a really good pitching staff. And not that his bats are, clearly they can put up some decent numbers, but he's got a good pitching staff. Christopher Sanchez, Paul Skeens, Shohei Ohtani. Yeah. Okay. So, and then not to mention he's got some pretty good relief pitchers. Some of the best. Aroldis Chapman, Kenley Jansen. So, it is what it is. It happened. Both of you guys got 5 wins. 2 quality starts separated the two of you. 2 save plus holds. 10 strikeouts. Fairly decent ERA there, Shane. But it is what it is. It happened. Jesus took 7-3. Myself and Rally Monkeys, this was a matchup of the week, not only dubbed by yours truly, but also by Yahoo. Again, we mentioned, fuck you, Walker. You went and picked up Mike Burrows on the last day. He gave you 7 strikeouts. You won by 6. Congratulations. Cole Reagan's fucked me in the bunghole. screwed me out of winning whip. ERA, it took all the way to Sunday Night Baseball for Robert Suarez to come in and actually lower my ERA. Otherwise, this would have been a tie. He got 2 wins. Let's see, where'd you get those wins from? Garrett Whitlock, a relief pitcher, and Chris Sale. There you go. I got 5 wins, 1 from a relief pitcher, 3 from other pitchers. There you go. But yeah, hopefully Hunter Brown comes back healthy as ever. That's all I'm going to say. I just hope he's strong. And the likes of Luis Gill, Lance McCullers, Kiter Montero, and Mike Burrows, you know, may they never be forgotten for putting up such good fight for you. That's all I'm going to say. But in terms of batting, I mean, let's face it, Mike Trout, that was it. That was your team. I'm sorry. And Murakami, my bad. You got this dude from the White Sox, you know, who was, batting in Sacramento, you know, whatever. I mean, whatever. Because when he's in like Kansas City, he doesn't do anything really notable, but whatever, can't say much, but let's toot that guy's horn, okay? Anywho, that's all I have to say about that matchup. Let's get into next week's matchups, shall we? Walker streaming, talked about that. Can you rebound? We talked a little bit about that. Congratulations, Ashton. Here we are. Week 5 is here, and we have a matchup of the week to watch. And no, it is not mine, like what Yahoo dubbed. Not in my world. I'm already conceding defeat looking at Jesus's pitching staff. No, it's against Walker and Eric. Because in this matchup, I've said it before, every time it happens, these two boys will be going at it with their thumbs, just texting. And with Walker already picking right back up where he left off with me in streaming, Eric's already pissed off about it. Rally Monkeys will face off against Eric this week. Tortured Baseball Department will face off against Brian. This is a pretty good matchup as well. Brian would love nothing more than to get back in the relevancy of the top 6. Shorty Got Low will face off against Rayford Peaches. This is one that Ray really desperately needs in order to rebound and get above 500. Josh will face off against Mandalorians. This is another top 6 matchup. Shane will face off against Show Me Your Tatis. Ashton, will you get 2 in a row? Again, this is one Shane desperately needs to get out of the funk. And myself will face off against Jesus in a matchup of the top 3. Again, I will only ride first place for this 1 week. That's all I'm going to say. So, what else do we have to talk about? Oh, I had a fun little thing happen to me last week. Obviously, I blasted it in the chat, but I just wanted to share with you guys more to the story. So last week, I placed my first real bet, and I actually went through a friend of mine that lives out in Arizona and told him tonight's the night that Austin Riley hits his first home run of the season. Sent him over the money. And obviously, I'm watching with great interest in that matchup. I couldn't watch it because the game hosted Miami. So because we live in Florida, you guys get it. Well, Austin Riley's first 2 at-bats went as they typically do, a pop-up, a line out. And then, I believe it was the top of the 6th, no men on, first pitch, even the commentators weren't done talking. about whatever little ad they had, and Austin Riley hit the home run. I won some money. Well, this weekend, or this previous weekend rather, was Robbie Lee's 40th birthday celebration. His actual birthday is coming up in 4 days. But we wanted to go, have a good time, and we ended up taking the winnings, putting it towards four of us getting tickets to the play-in game that the Orlando Magic destroyed the Charlotte Hornets. I mean, it was such a fun matchup, such an awesome game. So that was just cool. I thought it was a great little thing. Like, thank you, Austin Riley, for getting out of your funk and for allowing me to be able to create a little memory with some friends at my second NBA game ever. Yeah, so there you go. Last but not least, I wanted to, we all appreciated Tony Gwynn when we were growing up. Gone too soon, but I've been trying to give you guys some fun-filled baseball facts, and I wanted to give you two of them in regards to old Tony Gwynn. So Tony Gwynn only struck out 434 times in 20 years. That's 10,232 plate appearances, which means Tony Gwynn struck out a mere 0.04% of the time. That's pretty crazy. Tony Gwynn also would have hit above 300 for his career if he went 0 for his last 1,183 at bats. That's nuts. Shout out Tony Gwynn. His birthday's coming up next May 9th. We all know we lost him 2014, I believe, in June. I only know this because I, looked it up. But. So there you go. Anything else interesting? Nope. Not that I can think of. Anything? You got anything there, lovely?
No.
No?
No.
All right.
I need some trades. I need some pictures.
She needs some pictures. She needs some trades.
Not from you.
Not from me. So there you go. And like I said, apparently it's either 3 or 5. I thought it was 3. Apparently it's 5. It's 5 for the Croft family. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Talk to you later. Love you. Bye. All right. Whatever. I'm trying to think. All right. It's the motherfucking player. Hey.